Hello, Nathan Judo. I'm here with Shrewsbury Town reporter Lewis Cox. Lewis, what a massive game on Saturday against Bristol Rovers. 6-pointer, I think you can call it that, safe to say, 6-pointer. Look, they put up a really good effort against Wolves on Tuesday night over both legs. Now it's the time for the real nitty-gritty. They need to start picking up some points, don't they?
We're in February, so I think we can talk about relegation 6-pointers by now. Yeah, it needs to not be after the Lord Mayor show. It was brilliant against Wolves, great occasion, but it's the bread and butter. It sounds mad, but I said it yesterday on the podcast. It's a bigger game, which is crazy when you think about playing in front of 30k. But this is where it matters. This, they're 23rd in League One, second bottom, playing against 20th away from home, where they've been abysmal all season. You need to buck that trend. The worst away team in the league. Can't lose. It's a game they can't lose to Bristol Rovers, certainly, because that gap widens. The saving grace at the minute, and I know they haven't played too bad while results haven't been great, is that it's so tight. I mean, 1 point separates the teams. A win tomorrow could take them to 18th or something, and the picture changes. Sure. So it is really tight. But
so how do you get that win?
Yeah, I think, as I've wrote, excuses are now out of the way in terms of cups, distractions. FA Cup's gone, so it's league now. Their intense schedule that's been under Sam Ricketts, game every 4 days, is calming down. They're now playing Saturday. They should have more time to train, gel. He should be able to coach them. He's got the new boys around, the new look squad, as I'm expecting to see at Bristol Rovers. Your likes of your Tyrese Campbells from Stoke. I think there's a good chance we'll see the new keeper for the first time. I think a change in goal. Steve Arnold dropped one at Wolves the other day and has made a couple of little errors. So there could be a change in goal. I think the defender signed from Man United that everyone's excited to see. I think we could see him. So I'm expecting to see that. I'm expecting to see a 3-5-2, which has worked for Town. They've looked better in that, and I want to see that sort of consistently now. I think there are factors that could work for Town, but a draw would be okay at the Memorial Stadium tomorrow. Not great, but okay. Just to take something from on the road, but they need to win these games because they're playing a lot of relegation rivals who are around them between now and the end of the season, and they're playing them all away, which is where they've won once, and the only win was against a team that are below them. So that needs to change, and I'm looking forward to seeing the new look side. They were very hamstrung against Wolves. None of the new signings could play. Suspensions to Sadler and Grant. So he's got options now. He's got players returning to fitness. I mean, Sean Worley's back fit, which is massive. Dave Edwards should be not ready to start yet, but he'll be on the bench. He'll be coming on for cameos, which will boost them as he works his way in. So he's suddenly got a lot of options actually, and sort of two players in each position. So if one's not on the boil, he can easily change it with some quality.
But with the team doing so well on Tuesday night, is it a temptation to go with the same people who performed so well? Or is it a slight risk playing some of these new signings from the start? Or do you think that some might be on the start, some might be on the bench?
I understand what you say. Having seen Tuesday that the 11 played well, there was a change in the first half and the young lad came on, Ryan Sears, and played really well. I've seen a lot of Town fans say, start Ryan Sears. It needs freshening up in the league, in my opinion. A couple of new signings started at home to Luton, the leaders last week, didn't go particularly well. Lost 3-0. I mean, they'd only been in the door 24 hours after deadline day. So they've bedded in a bit now. Like I say, I think it needs freshening. I think a lot of the players we saw at Molineux on Tuesday night, there's some very tired legs and minds in there. That 11, 12, 13 there played the bulk of Sam Ricketts' games in 2 months. Played a game every... I had a look at it. It's 15 games in 60 days, one in 4 days. And it's been intense because of the cup run, replays. And it's really knocked them in the league because they've had great cup results, Stoke, Wolves, and he's rewarded the 11 with like we went to Bradford on Tuesday night not so long ago. He rewarded the Wolves 11 with another start, and they were knackered, lost 4-3. So that's been not a downfall, but it has worked against them at times in the league. So I expect that's why I expect to see a bit of a freshen up. Get these. So some exciting signings. Town fans were very happy come deadline day, and no better time really to unleash a lot of them than at Bristol Rovers tomorrow, who, it has to be said, while down there with Town in 20th, are improving under a former Town defender in Graham Coughlin, now in charge. 1 defeat in 8, and this is part of the issue. While results haven't been dreadful for Shrewsbury in a lot of defeats, teams around them are sort of reviving themselves and going on runs like 1 defeat in 8 Bristol Rovers, which is, I had a look, and a few weeks ago Bristol Rovers were 8 points behind Shrewsbury. It's total role reversal, so they need to get back on it. Certainly need to improve the away form, as I've said, and need to be picking up results and points at rivals, certainly. One thing Stephen Payne can't play. He's come back to town on loan from Bristol Rovers, can't play against his parent club, obviously. But it does feel huge. It feels mental saying it's a bigger game than Wolves, but it's such a 6-pointer, and it needs to install like. So it feels like a line in the sand after the FA Cup, after another really poor home defeat last week, 3-0. Matt Sadler said to me, line in the sand. There's 16 league games left now. The manager said himself, it's a 16-game season. They need to get themselves out of the mire, because I still believe on paper the squad's better than second bottom, and you know, especially with the additions, too good to go down. So they need to start proving it on the pitch.
Prediction?
I've said on the paper a draw. I think I said that on the podcast as well. Sat on the fence. Said that in the paper and the podcast. But yeah, I'd love to go and see them win away, because the travelling for town fans this season has been woeful. You know, worst record in the league. The only winner, last minute winner at Wimbledon, who are bottom. So it's been difficult to say the least away. It'd be a great time to sort that out. It really would. I can't see them losing. I don't think so. I'm going draw. Nice and safe.
Draw. Fingers crossed, but it's even better than that. On Saturday, Lewis will be at the Memorial Stadium. For all the build-up on this one, make sure you log on to ShropshireStar.com.